Today I'm going to explain AT&T's new mobile share plan with you, and the details of the plan, and why I think you should switch if you're on an old AT&T plan. Okay, remember, this is not an endorsement for AT&T. I'm just trying to explain this plan to you, in case you're on an old plan and you're thinking of switching. Okay, our old family plan included 5 members, and we paid a total of about $250 a month with all the extra little fees. We each had to pay for our own data. One of us was paying for texting. Somebody paid for an extra 700 minutes. And we all had about 300 megabytes on our data plans. And one of us didn't even have a data plan, so we had an old phone. So that's about $250 a month plus taxes. And then there were overages on text messages all the time because we didn't have texting, but sometimes we still needed to text, and that was 20 cents per text, and et cetera, et cetera. So the prices added up. Sometimes we were paying as much as $300 a month. Now, with AT&T's new plan, it's $100 a month plus a military discount if you have that, or a teacher discount if you're a teacher, and that should be about 15%, which would bring it down to $85. And then it's $15 per phone, and then you get to share 10 gigabytes of data, and you have unlimited talking and unlimited texting, and that includes multimedia messages. So that includes picture texting and video texting, and that's all unlimited. And so we went from a plan that cost us $250 a month to a plan that cost us $180 a month. We now have 10 gigabytes of data to share between 5 of us, and we have unlimited talking and unlimited texting, so we're not going to have those overages that we had before. So basically we're going from about $250 a month to $180 a month. That's a great deal. But what's the catch? There is a catch. This is now a no contract plan. What does that mean? It means that you can back out at any time you want. You have flexibility and freedom now with this new plan. But there's a price to pay, and that is when you get a new phone, you have to pay full price for the phone. Yes, you heard me right. You have to pay full price. Or you can take advantage of one of AT&T's new ideas, which is either getting another contract, and instead of $15 per line, then you're paying $40 per line, or you can, and then you no longer have a no contract plan. You're back on a contract again, but you still have all the benefits of the extra data and unlimited talk and text, but you're paying $40 instead of $15. Or you can choose the AT&T Next plan, which allows you to pay for your phone in monthly installments. So is it really a good idea to switch to AT&T's new mobile share plan if you're looking at long-term savings? I say yes, it is. Especially if you stick with the phone you currently have for the next couple years, you'll save a ton of money. So let's look at this spreadsheet I made, and we'll analyze my sister's old bill to see how we'll be saving money over the long term. Okay, my sister paid $61 a month on the old plan. That was $10 for the extra line. It was $10 for texting added to the plan. It was $10 for adding 700 minutes to the plan because she was always talking so much, and we only had 700 minutes to share between 5 of us. And $20 for her data plus taxes, and I may have some of the numbers a little bit wrong there, but she was paying a total of $61 a month for her portion. My parents paid the base price, and she paid just for her line and her additions. So $61 a month. Now let's go ahead and look at this chart I made for her. If she stuck with the old plan, the base price was $61 a month, and multiply that times 24 months, and you have $1,464 over 2 years, over 24 months. Now, if she went with the new plan, she would pay $15 a month for her phone, and she would do that for 24 months, and that would cost $360. So if she went with the new plan and didn't get a new phone for the next couple of years, she'd be saving over $1,100, and she'd now have 2 gigabytes of data per month, 10 gigabytes shared between 5 people, and she would have unlimited talking and texting, including picture and video messaging. Say she wanted to get a new 5S, and she was on the new plan, so say she wanted to go with the contract. Well, that would be $40 a month for the new phone. Plus you'd have to buy the phone, which is $200, so that would be the price of the phone. Her extra monthly cost would be $25, because it's $15 without the contract, and it's $40 with the contract, so that's an extra $25. So she'd be paying the base price of $200 for the phone, plus she'd be paying that extra $25 for 24 months, which would be a total extra charge of $800. So then you have to add in the $15 times 24 months that she's paying for her line originally, and that's a total of $1,160 over 24 months. Now she could get a 4S and save some money, so look at the next line there. She'd get the phone for a penny, so that's basically about $200 less over 2 years that she'd be paying if she got the 4S. But she already has a 4S, so what would be the benefit of that? Well, a new battery, I guess. So if she went with AT&T's next plan and got a 5S, she'd get a phone for free, and then she'd pay $32.50 a month for that phone extra on top of the $15. So $32.50 times 20 months is $650, plus the $15 for 24 months is a total of $1,010 over the next 2 years, which looks to me like the best deal if you're going to get a new 5S. It's better than the contract price. And if she got a 4S, which I don't know why she would do, that would be $22.50 for 20 months, for a total of $450 extra, and over a course of 2 years, she'd be paying $810 total. So, no matter how you look at it, she's saving a ton of money over her original $1,464 that she would have been paying had she stuck with the old plan, and that doesn't even include the cost of a new phone. If she got a new 5S, that would be $200 more than that, so $1,664 over 2 years. By far the most expensive way to go is to stick with the old plan. And that's just her portion of the bill. My portion of the bill would be less because my phone is only $15 a month now, instead of, I was paying for my data, which was $20, and my phone, which was $10 plus taxes, so I was paying 30 something, and now I'm down to $15. And now my parents' portion of the bill goes down significantly too, because they were paying the base price plus their phones and their data plans, and now all they're paying is the base price plus $15 for each of their phones. So no matter how you look at this, it is a much better deal over the course of 2 years. Now I just want to mention a couple other things. What does unlimited texting mean? And unlimited picture texting mean? Does that mean you can send as many picture texts as you want over AT&T's network and not be charged anything, and also not have your data be used up, your 10 gigabytes of data? Yes, the answer is yes. You can send as many picture texts as you want, and it does not go against your data. So that's pretty awesome. But the caveat is, if you're using an iPhone and you have iMessaging turned on, yes, everything you send will use data unless you're on a wireless network. So my recommendation for you, if you're going with this new plan and you have iPhones, is to turn iMessaging off. And then every picture message you send will be free, and every picture message you send will not use your data. And that includes video messages as well. So my recommendation is, if you're going with these new plans and you have the unlimited texting, turn iMessaging off. The only downside to that is if you are constantly in contact with friends of yours who have iPods or iPads that rely on iMessaging, well then you will no longer be able to text them via iMessage if you turn your iMessaging off. Now 10 gigabytes of data is a lot, and if you don't send a lot of pictures, well then just leave iMessaging on. But if you're sending a lot of picture messages or video messages and they're going over iMessaging, you should be careful because that's going to use a lot of your data. So that's kind of the skinny of the new plan, the new mobile share plan. I love it. I know it's going to save my family a ton of money over the next couple of years, especially if we stick with our current phones. We're going to be saving a bunch every month for the next couple of years. And then when we get new phones, we may be back to about what we were, but I think even then it'll still be cheaper based on the calculations I've done. So there's my short synopsis of AT&T's new mobile share plans. I think it's a great plan. I think if you're on an old plan, you should definitely consider switching and saving yourself some money.